The purpose why I'm going to start doing this is one of my best friends, my brother, passed away of cancer. And what he gave back to this world was just unbelievable. His name was Johnny Autofaro. He had this foundation called Future 6 Helping Hands. And he constantly gave back to a community, you know. And I have to do something as well, you know, not because I have to, but because I feel it's the right thing. He inspired me with how strong he was and how selfless he was to be there for other people. And so what I'm starting is called the LittleBuddyCast. If you know the purpose behind that, you know. I struggle from mental health. I struggle from certain types of addictions. I'm somebody that doesn't come from a very kind place. I've been battered and abused every way, shape, and form. And some of those things I've never fully dealt with. And it's time that I start dealing with them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sharing my journey with that, with other men, because there's this thing where men cannot be vulnerable to other men. That's bullshit, and that's fucking stupid, you know? I come from the era where men cry in the shower, and that's what I've been taught. But it doesn't have to be like that. We could be there for one another, you know? And that's really important, you know? And I want to show everybody that is possible. And that also men and women could have healthy relationships that don't have to be physical as well. These are things that are important, and there's a lot of people that don't believe in those things. I do. I believe that those things are extremely possible. I believe that these things are important for all of us so that we can share this rock together, I guess you can say. But I want people to know that there is help out there. And the fact that I'm doing this is really important for men, especially, because we do not have a safe place where we can discuss these things and we can be open about them. And these things are important because there's more men that commit suicide each year than any other demographic. And that's a fact. That can be looked up. And I'm sick and tired of losing good, honest men because they were afraid to open up and talk because they felt it presented weakness. When that's not what it is. It's actual strength. And people need to realize that. People need to see that. And people need to be there for one another. Sometimes I need a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes I could be somebody's shoulder to cry on. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to share about that. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about what I'm listening to and so on and so forth. I've struggled a lot this past week. So what I've done is I've decided to not lift this week, and I've ran the whole entire week. I've ran a 5K every day. I'm working on the most I've ever done, and I'm pretty proud of that. July 5th, I will have 27 years clean. And that's pretty crazy that I really think about it and start to process that. I was at a meeting last night and I heard this guy share about, he got clean at a very young age as well, and he's a little bit older than me. He got clean at 22 years old, and he is a little older than me, like I said, and he did a lot of fucked up shit early on in his sobriety, and he wishes that he would have never done it. And he shared about it, as well as saying he wasn't emotionally mature, and he wasn't just not mature all around, and spiritually mature, and so on and so forth, and etc. And to hear that, that's something I really related with, because I felt like that too. Because when I first got clean, I didn't believe in a lot of things, I had a problem with the whole God higher power thing, until one day I just broke down and I was like, if I'm not going to be able to believe this, then I'm in deep shit. And so one day everything was just going so bad, and I just decided I'm going to give it an honest shot. So I did. And it's been a back and forth journey, to say the least. I also have a problem with relationships with women I date. I constantly self-sabotage. I get upset, and automatically we get to a certain point, and then I'm like, I have it all built up in my head that they don't want to be with me, and I don't deserve them, and so, because of the horrible things I've done in my life. So what I'll do is I'll constantly push them away, and I won't be the best significant other for them. And that's a cycle that I need to break. Those are the things we're going to be discussing. Those are the things I'm going to be talking about. Those are the things I'm going to be putting out in the open. As for records I've been listening to, Face to Face, self-titled, the newest Hope Conspiracy record, which is unbelievable. And I've been listening to the New Nothing BBC Sessions record that was released. The best version of Fabricated Life they have ever done. Unfucking believable. And I just want everybody to know, male, female, trans, whatever you may be, if it's possible that you get something out of this, then I'm grateful for that. If you have questions, please ask. Be good, everybody.